We often find ourselves looking outward, seeking validation, happiness, and fulfillment from the world around us. We believe that external circumstances, material possessions, and the approval of others hold the key to our contentment. This perception, however, is an illusion. The idea that our well-being is dependent on external factors is a deeply ingrained belief that can lead to a lifetime of chasing shadows. What if I told you that the true source of happiness lies not in the external world, but within us? When we rely on external validation, we give away our power. We allow our self-worth to be dictated by the opinions and actions of others. This can create a cycle of dependency and insecurity. We might feel elated when we receive praise, but crushed when we face criticism. This constant flux can leave us feeling unstable and uncertain. Instead, we need to recognize that our worth is intrinsic and not dependent on external acknowledgement. Consider the nature of material possessions. We often believe that acquiring more will make us happier, yet the joy derived from material things is fleeting. Once we obtain what we desire, the excitement quickly fades, and we find ourselves yearning for the next thing. This endless pursuit can be exhausting and unfulfilling. True contentment comes from appreciating what we have and finding satisfaction in the present moment. Relationships also play a significant role in our perception of happiness. We may rely on others to make us feel loved and valued. While healthy relationships can indeed enhance our lives, placing the burden of our happiness on others is unfair and unrealistic. Each of us is responsible for our own emotional well-being. By cultivating self-love and self-compassion, we build a solid foundation that is not easily shaken by external circumstances. One powerful way to shift our focus from the external to the internal is through mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being present and fully engaged in the current moment. It allows us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our true needs. This awareness can help us break free from the illusion that external factors control our happiness. Another important aspect is understanding the impermanence of life. Everything in the external world is subject to change. People come and go, material possessions are gained and lost, and circumstances evolve. Clinging to the idea that these temporary things can provide lasting happiness sets us up for disappointment. By embracing the transient nature of life, we can appreciate the present without becoming overly attached. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. So, how can we begin to internalize this wisdom? It starts with self-reflection. We need to examine our beliefs and identify the ways in which we seek external validation. By understanding our motivations, we can start to make conscious choices that align with our true values. This might involve setting boundaries, practicing gratitude, or engaging in activities that bring us genuine joy. Another practical step is to cultivate a sense of inner peace. This can be achieved through various practices, such as meditation, journaling, or spending time in nature. These activities help us connect with our inner selves and create a sense of calm and stability. When we are centered, we are less likely to be swayed by external circumstances. As we move forward, it's important to remember that this is a journey. Shifting our focus from the external to the internal is not something that happens overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but these are all part of the process. By staying committed to our inner growth, we can gradually transform our perception of the world and find true happiness within. Think about it. What have you been relying on externally for your happiness? How can you start to shift that reliance inward? The mirage of control. We often live under the illusion that we can control the external world. We believe that if we organize our lives meticulously, predict every outcome, and shield ourselves from uncertainties, we can achieve a state of perfect security and happiness. However, this belief is a mirage. The external world is inherently unpredictable and ever-changing, and our attempts to control it can lead to frustration, anxiety, and suffering. Think about the efforts we put into planning and structuring our lives. We make detailed schedules, set long-term goals, and try to anticipate every possible obstacle. While planning is certainly useful, it's important to recognize its limits. No matter how thorough our plans, life has a way of surprising us with the unexpected. The weather changes, people react in unforeseen ways, and unforeseen events occur. When our plans are disrupted, we often feel stressed and disappointed. The desire for control can also manifest in our relationships. We might try to influence the behavior of those around us, seeking to mold them into our ideal image. We might believe that if others act in a certain way, we will be happier and more content. However, this approach often backfires. People are independent beings with their own thoughts, feelings, and desires. Attempting to control others can strain relationships and lead to conflict. It's important to respect the autonomy of others and focus on our own actions and reactions. Another area where the illusion of control is evident is in our pursuit of success. We often equate success with specific external achievements, such as career advancement, financial wealth, or social status. We believe that by working hard and making the right choices, we can control our path to success. While effort and determination are important, external success is influenced by many factors beyond our control, such as market conditions, societal changes, and random events. Tying our self-worth to these external markers can leave us feeling inadequate when things don't go as planned. So, how can we shift our perspective and find peace amidst the uncertainty? One key is to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. While we cannot control external events, we can choose how we respond to them. By cultivating resilience and adaptability, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease. This involves accepting that uncertainty is a natural part of life and learning to embrace it rather than resist it. Mindfulness practices can also help us release the need for control. By staying present and observing our thoughts without attachment, we can develop a sense of inner calm. This helps us respond to external events with greater clarity and less reactivity. Instead of trying to control every aspect of our lives, we can learn to flow with the natural rhythm of existence. Another important aspect is developing trust in the process of life. This doesn't mean being passive or giving up on our goals, but rather recognizing that there are larger forces at play. Sometimes, what we perceive as setbacks or failures are actually opportunities for growth and learning. By trusting that everything happens for a reason and that we have the inner resources to handle whatever comes our way, we can let go of the need for rigid control. Building a supportive community can also be beneficial. When we surround ourselves with people who understand and share our values, we create a network of mutual support and encouragement. This can help us feel more secure and less reliant on controlling external circumstances. Sharing our experiences and learning from others can provide valuable insights and foster a sense of connection. Ultimately, the journey is about finding balance. While it's natural to plan and strive for our goals, we must also remain open to the flow of life. By balancing effort with acceptance, we can navigate the unpredictability of the external world with grace. This approach allows us to experience life more fully, appreciating the beauty of the present moment without being weighed down by the illusion of control. Reflect on this. In what ways have you tried to control your external world? How can you begin to let go and trust in the process of life? The true source of fulfillment. We live in a society that constantly bombards us with messages about what we need to be happy and fulfilled. Advertisements, social media, and cultural norms suggest that success, beauty, wealth, and status are the ultimate goals. This external pressure can create a relentless pursuit of these ideals, leading us to believe that fulfillment lies in achieving them. However, true fulfillment is not found in these external markers, but within our own inner landscape. Let's examine the pursuit of success. Many of us equate success with external achievements such as a prestigious job, a large house, or a high social status. While these accomplishments can bring a sense of pride and satisfaction, they are not the ultimate sources of fulfillment. Often, once we achieve these goals, we find ourselves yearning for more, never fully satisfied. This is because external success is fleeting. It can be influenced by factors beyond our control and is subject to change. True fulfillment comes from pursuing our passions and aligning our actions with our core values, regardless of external recognition. Similarly, the quest for beauty and physical perfection is a common source of external validation. We are often led to believe that looking a certain way will bring us happiness and acceptance. However, beauty standards are constantly shifting, and what is considered attractive today may not be tomorrow. Moreover, physical appearance is only a small part of who we are. Placing too much emphasis on it can lead to insecurity and dissatisfaction. True beauty radiates from within, through qualities such as kindness, compassion, and authenticity. Wealth is another external factor that is often equated with fulfillment. While financial security is important, the pursuit of wealth for its own sake can be a never-ending cycle. No matter how much we accumulate, there is always the possibility of losing it or wanting more. Additionally, money cannot buy the most meaningful aspects of life, such as love, connection, and inner peace. True wealth is measured by the richness of our experiences and the depth of our relationships. So, where does true fulfillment come from? It begins with self-awareness and understanding our true selves. This involves reflecting on our values, passions, and purpose. When we align our actions with these inner truths, we experience a sense of fulfillment that is not dependent on external circumstances. This might mean choosing a career that brings us joy and meaning, even if it is not the most lucrative. It might mean prioritizing relationships and experiences over material possessions. Another key to fulfillment is cultivating gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us appreciate the present moment and recognize the abundance in our lives. By practicing gratitude regularly, we can develop a more positive outlook and a deeper sense of contentment. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or difficulties, but rather acknowledging the good amidst the bad. Connection and community also play a vital role in our sense of fulfillment. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and meaningful relationships are essential to our well-being. By fostering genuine connections with others, we create a support system that enriches our lives. This involves being present, listening deeply, and showing empathy. When we feel connected to others, we experience a sense of belonging and fulfillment that cannot be found in isolation. Living authentically is another pathway to true fulfillment. This means being true to ourselves, expressing our thoughts and feelings honestly, and acting in accordance with our values. When we live authentically, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to meet others' expectations. This can be liberating and empowering, allowing us to create a life that is truly our own. Lastly, service to others can bring profound fulfillment. When we contribute to the well-being of others, we experience a sense of purpose and connection. Acts of kindness and generosity not only benefit those we help, but also enrich our own lives. Service reminds us of our interconnectedness and our ability to make a positive impact in the world. Reflect on this. What external factors have you been chasing for fulfillment? How can you start to seek fulfillment from within? Embracing the present moment. We often find ourselves caught in the web of past regrets and future anxieties, believing that our happiness lies somewhere other than the present moment. This tendency to dwell on what has been or what might be can prevent us from fully experiencing life as it unfolds. Embracing the present moment is not only an antidote to this distraction, but also a powerful path to true fulfillment and peace. The past, with its memories and experiences, can be a valuable teacher. We learn from our mistakes and cherish our successes. However, constantly replaying past events in our minds can trap us in a cycle of regret and sorrow. We may ruminate on what we could have done differently, lamenting lost opportunities or mistakes. This mental habit keeps us anchored in a time that no longer exists, preventing us from engaging with the here and now. Similarly, the future often looms large in our thoughts. We plan, hope, and sometimes fear what is to come. While planning is necessary, excessive worry about the future can cause stress and anxiety. We may find ourselves fixated on potential problems or outcomes, losing sight of the present. The future is inherently uncertain, and our attempts to control it can lead to a sense of helplessness and frustration. The present moment is all we truly have. It is the only time in which we can act, experience, and live. Embracing the present means fully engaging with whatever is happening right now, without distraction from past or future concerns. This does not mean ignoring our responsibilities or failing to learn from the past, but rather bringing our full awareness to the current moment. One way to embrace the present is through mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more aware of how often our minds wander to past regrets or future worries. This awareness allows us to gently bring our focus back to the present moment. Techniques such as mindful breathing, meditation, and mindful walking can help cultivate this practice. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in embracing the present. When we take time to appreciate the small moments of joy and beauty in our daily lives, we enrich our present experience. This might be as simple as savoring a cup of tea, enjoying a conversation with a friend, or feeling the warmth of the sun on our skin. By acknowledging these moments, we can deepen our appreciation for the present. Another aspect of embracing the present is letting go of the need for perfection. We often strive for an ideal state of being where everything is perfectly aligned. This pursuit can prevent us from accepting and enjoying life as it is. Life is inherently imperfect, filled with both joy and challenges. By accepting imperfection, we can find peace in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. Engaging in activities that bring us into the present can also be beneficial. Creative pursuits such as painting, writing, or playing music can immerse us in the moment. Physical activities like yoga, hiking, or dancing can connect us with our bodies and the present experience. These activities help quiet the mind and anchor us in the now. Cultivating meaningful connections with others also enhances our ability to stay present. When we truly listen to someone without thinking about what we will say next or being distracted by other thoughts, we form deeper connections. This presence in our interactions enriches our relationships and brings more fulfillment to our lives. Ultimately, embracing the present moment is about recognizing that life is happening now. It's about letting go of the constant mental chatter and fully experiencing the richness of each moment. This practice can transform our perception of the world, allowing us to find joy and peace regardless of external conditions. Reflect on this. How often do you find yourself lost in thoughts of the past or future? What steps can you take to bring your awareness back to the present moment and fully engage with life as it is happening now?